And welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Here we have some technicals for XRP today. We're going to cover an article regarding potentially why Sandbox experienced some relatively nice upside over the last few days here. In the last couple of videos, we did talk about some, metaverse projects doing really well technically based on interactions with support. However, we do have some an article covering some potential fundamental reasons why Sandbox has been doing so well in particular here. But let me know down below with a like on the video. If you liked the video, be sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Let me know down below in the comment section a coin you'd like to see in the next video. But now we're taking a look at XRP, continuing to close below 63 cents here as resistance overhead. We do need daily candles opening and closing back above this level to confirm it as support as we await for the return of bullish Robo advisors here. Currently, price action is trapped between a key range of what appear, as I mentioned, 63 cents is overhead, giving us a hard time. The most significant key level near price action at the moment is going to be 63 cents, and sadly it is resistance until daily candles can start opening and closing with their wicks and bodies above it. Right now we do have support coming off of 58 cents. This is going to be an area of support that we need continued bullish interaction with. So far we've experienced some very nice bounces off of it with some higher lows printing with the two sort of swing highs throughout the last sort of week here, and price action is interacting with the top side of this descending trend line. So some technical parameters here do suggest significant support present here for us, but as I mentioned, resistance is going to be what's to look out for here in further bullish upside from current levels. We need to re-solidify 63 cents as support, because until then, and with bearish Robo advisors in play, we do anticipate technically continued interaction toward the strongest area of support, which in my personal opinion isn't until 46 cents per XRP. That is where I anticipate continued interaction toward here, unless we were to find support off of 58 cents or even 51 cents. 46 cents is my continued short-term target here for any sort of downside that would precede a rejection off of resistance overhead. So support and resistance is my strategy. Let me know down below your thoughts on XRP at current levels. Now, if we swap over to the crypto spheres here, we can see so lots of bullish upside for many projects. This rally upward over the last few days here has been rather nice to see support being found, and short-term upside. Sandbox, as we mentioned, continuing gains here, up 11%. Plenty of other projects experiencing some rather nice needed upside here, between 5 to 7, 14 to 20%, and then we have Saitama. My apologies if I didn't pronounce that correctly, but that project is experiencing 45% in upside. So we do see a continued bullish incentive for cryptocurrencies, in my opinion here, with this bounce at support. However, in my personal opinion as well, I do anticipate continued perhaps sideways and further solidification of support here. Sadly, this consolidation that we've been experiencing, I do not believe is over yet. It is nice to see bullish bounces. However, I do anticipate further retracements near these levels here. But if we look at the Sandbox technical chart, right now, Sandbox is experiencing a rather bullish interaction off of a horizontal key level here, $2.68. We've had two bullish bounces off of it. It would appear here between the 22nd and 24th of January. It would appear so far this is a support level that does need significant further confirmations of support. I do anticipate continued interaction toward this horizontal level, as we are under the influence of bearish Robo advisors ever since the beginning of the month. We do have resistance waiting for us overhead, starting at the $5.40 level. At the moment, this bullish recovery off of support technically does suggest some bullish potential here for this project, in addition to the fundamentals, which we'll be going over shortly here. But in terms of the technicals present as well, we do need two of our chosen three Robo advisors becoming bullish again to allow for comfortable accumulation, which could be at this $2.68 level if once further support has been solidified, because the strongest area of support for Sandbox, in my opinion, is going to be 71 cents all the way back down below $1 at 71 cents. That is where I personally anticipate continued interaction toward until further solidification of support can be met, and 2 of our chosen 3 robo advisors do need to become bullish again to allow for comfortable accumulation. But it is bullish to see an article titled "The Sandbox Sand Metaverse Token Gains 40% After Snoop Dogg and Warner Music Partnership." So Snoop Dogg and Warner Music, two rather large entities, one being a celebrity musician, the other being a multi-billion-dollar entity getting involved in the metaverse space and getting involved with NFTs. Sandbox, a metaverse project, partnering up with such a huge entity in the traditional world of finance is rather bullish exposure and adoption for crypto and Bitcoin and metaverse that we've been talking about lately. This is very bullish exposure for these platforms here, and it would appear Sandbox is riding this wave. Sandbox refused to go down despite broader negative market sentiment in the past 24 hours. Instead, the altcoin logged a breakaway recovery as traders assessed its recent high-profile partnership as a sign that the project has strong fundamentals. So we cover a lot of technicals here on the channel. We have significant support forming down below, so we have a horizontal key level to consider here, in addition to resistance overhead as we await the return of bullish robo advisors here. So technically we do need a few more confirmations to allow for comfortable accumulation for Sandbox at current levels, but with news like this, we do see some bullish potential long-term fundamental aspects that could suggest continued upside for this coin as well. The Sandbox announced that it would create a music theme park and concert venue within its metaverse with the help of Warner Music. In doing so, the gaming project noted that the Warner Music artists would virtually engage with their fans and generate real revenue streams. So virtual concerts, I believe, are going to be a thing. Concert tickets will likely be NFTs. You will have to be a genuine holder of these tickets or NFTs, if you will, to be a part of the concert here. And, I'm sure many would love to see their favorite rapper in an up-close experience virtually. So I believe this is very bullish here for the technology and does suggest continued long-term, bullish adoption here for cryptocurrency. And as we've been seeing, the metaverse with NFTs in particular lately have been really gaining traction. So the bottom of this article does talk about how we are interacting with what appears to be a rather bullish moving average, and so continued support found off of that level would suggest further upside here for us as we make our way toward resistance overhead. We even do have a quote to read here to consider from an independent market analyst. Doubted the upside setup, reminding that Sands pump could have posted a helpful exit for holders before a potential bearish continuation ahead. So we do have to consider, bearish factors at play. Obviously, support is down below. We're interacting with moving averages, and we do have bullish partnerships with large entities and musicians here. So fundamentally, we do have signs of bullish continued upside. However, technically, we have not solidified support yet, and we don't have any bullish robo advisors yet. So we do need further parameters of the bullish signs of continued upside to allow for comfortable accumulation at support. And so it is always key to be prepared for the opposite of where you may think price action is headed to, because at the end of the day, it's going to go where it wants to go. But having a strategy allows you to better go with the flow of things, in my opinion. But let me know down below your thoughts on Sandbox. Back to the crypto spheres here, as you mentioned, very bullish upside for many projects. If we zoom out to the week, we can see finally some rather bullish weekly crypto bubbles here. Many projects experiencing some very nice upside, a nice bounce off of support. It is nice to see the bullish recovery appearing here. We have been foreshadowing these gains for the last little bit. However, in my personal opinion, I do anticipate further solidification of support once that has been confirmed, and more robo advisors become bullish, we can begin comfortable accumulation. However, I do anticipate those that have been buying these dips should be doing rather well. But let me know your thoughts down below. Bitcoin continues its search for resistance here. It would appear we do have prices back above the $37,642 level with daily candles opening and closing above it. We can potentially look at it as support. Strongest area of support down below, in my opinion, $34,655 per Bitcoin. At this exact moment, under these exact parameters, so far is a market bottom, if you will. You would have been able to have a very bullish entry here if you were to have purchased at my support line with anticipation of this resistance range here. We do have that $37,642 level as potential support down below. As we make our way to resistance overhead, waiting to give us a hard time, it would appear $40,550. This is a large gap that we could fill rather quickly. I very much anticipate, similar to the way that we fell through this range on the 21st of January, if this bullish bounce were to continue its way upward here, we could recover rather quickly and find ourselves back in the $40,000 range, perhaps sooner than you may expect here. But we always go with the flow of the market. We always await for the confirmations. We do need further interactions with support down below, and we do need 2 of our chosen 3 robo advisors to become bullish here to allow for comfortable accumulation with short-term upside in mind. In my personal opinion, the long-term upside for Bitcoin is definitely in play. I very much suspect an uptrend to be present, and I very much anticipate continued bullish upside for Bitcoin once we are ready here. However, technically, we just may need further confirmations of support. This 50% sale, if you will, from all-time highs down to that what appears to be $32,000 level on the Binance chart here. A 52% pullback has been a very bullish time for institutions to be getting involved, acquiring Bitcoin at half off here because they want to get it at the lowest price they can to accumulate as much as they can, because the incentive is that we will likely return to the all-time highs that we came from and likely set new ones. But let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency currently, if you are buying or selling here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hearing my analysis. Check out EngineeringRobo for free with a link in the description. Subscribe and tune in for the next one.